Welcome to episode 11 of The Eye of the Tyrant. I'm DJ, and this is the season 1 close. Today we are joined by Vesper, played by Aaron,
Hey.
Samuel, played by PK,
Hello.
and me. When we last left off, the Felonious crew went through a bit of trauma and self-reflection. As Vesper got a new lead on an archaeological site here on Chuda, and that's actually where we're going to pick up as Vesper, Samuel, and Windless head there now. You are in a transport provided by Cosmo. Once again, he keeps giving you guys vehicles. I don't know if he really
cars.
should. But you are flying out towards the location where the man who everybody deemed to be crazy found an artifact that didn't quite seem to align with the Empire's overall story of brain life in the galaxy. So, you can see the mountain off in the distance, Samuel, as you fly towards it. Vesper, what is going through your mind?
Probably just, firstly, excited to, get into an ancient site again, but also curious as to what we'll find. Wondering if I'll be able to find some sort of, data that I found before. And, wondering how much I can actually tell Samuel and Egg and Seer.
Egg and Seer are waiting back at Cosmos while you three head out. And Windless looks excited and nervous as he kind of stands around. His knee does a little bit of shaking, and he looks over to the two of you and goes, what could possibly... I'm sorry. You mentioned an archaeological site.
Mm-hmm.
That seems
Yeah.
kind of strange, Vesper.
What is that?
Well, first of all, who told you that there was an archaeological site out here?
Well, I'm an archaeologist.
That's fair. All right. Well, I trust you. Samuel, how's it going up in the cockpit?
Smooth so far. I ain't got too much happening. Yeah,
Alright.
a little dusty, but
Why are you so
sensors
nervous,
are reading
Windless?
fine.
I don't know. It's just a weird feeling. It's not my normal feeling. I don't see anything.
Is that
That's weird.
bad? Do you always see things?
Not always, but usually I see something, even if it's just a small glimpse. Like I told Seer, I don't see things on a constant basis. It's not like a constant flowing vision, but usually I'll get it's like deja vu. You just sit there and then all of a sudden you've done this before, or I'm not getting any of that with this.
Well, how many times have you been to an archaeological site? I'm guessing.
None.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Do you know what it is? Well, where we're heading? There's, as far as I know, not a lot out here.
Well, to that mountain and just point. They might have some old architecture within the mountain, I'm guessing.
That's. He gets his brow furrows a little bit. All right. Well, I mean, if nothing else, we're going on a nice day trip. It's nice to get out and about. As you are flying through the valley here, I guess you could call it a valley, over the canyon, through the woods, to grandmother's house we go. Go ahead and give me a piloting check, difficulty 3, Samuel.
All right.
This is kind of like navigational. You're looking for a place to land as you come in to the shadow of the mountain.
I ain't worried about it because I'm going to get a nat 20, baby.
Fantastic.
Hey.
Go ahead and take an experience point and give one away. As you see a unusually...
Oh, big shock.
crazy. You see an unusually flat and clear spot.
It's our lucky day.
It's almost as if like it is a perfect square. As you come in for a landing, it's odd. There's no debris here. There is no... Well, it doesn't seem to be as if there's ever been anything here. The door opens, and the dry, humid air of the southern desert of Chuda is readily apparent on your skin, and Windless hops to it, grabs some things from one of the lockers, and kind of puts on a hood so that he can cover up his skin. He goes, "All right, lead the way, archaeologist."
All right. Before I lead the way, I think I'm maxed on XP, and I need to spend that really quickly. It's 8, isn't it?
9. You can have up
9.
to 9. Yeah. That's
Okay.
really funny.
Still, you should spend it.
Yeah, I was just gonna spend that really quickly. What is the adding edge?
Yeah, that is 4 points, and it is called move towards perfection.
Move towards
And
perfection.
so what that does is allows you to add 1 edge to one of your pools permanently, and that way, special abilities and effort is going to cost less from that pool.
Okay. And did we take a rest?
Oh yes, you would
before
have been
this?
full rested.
Okay. Perfect.
This is more of a
Alrighty. Perfect. Sorted. Right. I get my little pack, and just kind of jump out. You said we've entered into a doorway?
No. So it's almost like a landing pad. As you kind of step out into the world off the ship, you notice around you that this landing pad is especially clear of debris. You can actually see debris have fallen down the mountain and have not landed in this spot.
Interesting.
In fact, if you would like to make a notice check for me or something like that, perception, it would basically be your intellect if you have something for it trained. Difficulty 3 as well.
Okay.
Or 4. Difficulty 4. You're tier 2
Difficulty
now.
4.
Gotta make things harder on you.
I leveled up.
Also a natural 20.
Nice. Go ahead and take an experience and give one to someone else.
Samuel.
What?
So
Thank
funny.
you. Thank you so much.
That's fantastic. 2 natural 20s in a row, meaning you, as you kind of step out,
Here's
oh my gosh, is that a door? No. As you step out, you notice, no debris has fallen on this surface, but also as you kind of like lean down and you kind of like run your fingers along the stone flooring, because that's what it is. It is flooring. It is not naturally occurring stone. It just looks like it. You run your finger across it and begin to kind of like move it between your fingers. There's no dust on this landing pad, and that
Someone's
doesn't
been
seem
sweeping.
right. Almost as if someone's been sweeping, but almost cleaner than that as well. With that notice check, you do feel something as well as you kind of touch the ground. There is an ever so slight vibration to the stonework. It's almost imperceptible, and if you hadn't put your hands down on the ground, you probably would not have noticed it. And as such, you kind of start to piece it together that whatever's causing this resonance is keeping this landing pad, for lack of a better word, clear.
With that check, do I know about like how old the landing pad is? Do I think it's older than when the Empire set up here and made it off limits?
It seems to be quite old. You aren't really aware of anything that the Empire uses that would act like this, if that makes sense. Whatever this is definitely unrelated to the Empire, and you can guess would be here, or have been here, for quite a long time.
Right. I might suggest being slightly careful here.
Okay.
Just in case. You never know.
Anything...
You never know, like, if something's gonna fall and, like, crack your head open. You know?
Okay. Yeah. I'll go get a helmet then. I'll go put on a space helmet. No, I don't think I don't know if we were in a space vehicle that had a helmet on it, so never mind. I think we're in a ground transport. Is there anything you need me to do? Anything?
I think if we can just look for some sort of entrance, and I just if you come here and put your hand on the stone.
Oh, okay.
And to like show him the vibration. It's this has got to be connected to some sort of facility.
Yeah, maybe there's a machine humming down there, causing that vibration.
I would assume so. I don't know if it's within the mountain or underneath because.
Yeah. I lay on the ground and just feel it all over my body.
Yeah.
And then I just try to hum at the right tone.
Harmonize.
And harmonize with it and see if that magically opens a door.
You're just laying
interesting
there,
technique.
humming. Windless
Feels
walks
weird.
over.
You want to try it?
What's it?
It's very meditative.
Huh. Windless begins to look around, looking for an entrance as well.
Okay.
So with the two of your checks as being as high as they were, I mean, you get a natural 20 on that. Your major effect isn't just the fact that it is magically kept clean. You are able to find some indentations in the stonework that seem to have function. At first, you wouldn't have noticed them, but they are very slight reliefs in the stonework that could be some sort of control.
What you found over there?
I'm gonna take out my journal and like just kind of begin to sketch it out before I guess kind of like not pressing anything, but just kind of feeling around for anything that might be hidden as well. And just I think I've found some sort of control panel.
Okay. Go over there and look at it. Give it a once over, I don't know. That was weird. Mind if I try and press one of these button-y things? One of these indentations? I don't know.
Sure. I mean, you've at least piloted old ships, so maybe...
Yeah, well, usually one button press ain't enough to blow up a whole ship, you know. That'd be a bad idea, especially out here in the open. A bird could come and land on this thing.
Yeah.
I just kind of poke one and see if something glows, just any response, anything.
There is like a haptic response when you touch it.
Yeah, I feel something there.
But it doesn't seem to want to respond to you.
Can't get
Is
it
there
to.
any writing? Like around it?
Yeah, so the writing is not recognizable. In fact, you would just imagine that they were scratches in the stonework.
Could I
But yes,
potentially use my decipher ability?
absolutely you can. This is going to, so let's see, with Decipher, as an explorer, if you spend 1 minute examining a piece of writing or code in a language that you do not understand, you can make an intellect roll of a difficulty 3 or higher based on the complexity to get the gist of the message. So absolutely you can. You can spend that time kind of figuring this out. Go ahead and make a difficulty 3 intellect roll.
That is a success.
Just a success. Perfect.
Just a
Just a
success.
success.
Exactly what we needed.
Not a crit, but hey,
You
count
know,
well.
I don't know what would happen if you crit on reading, like,
Just using your ability.
yes, I can read this very well. You get the gist of it. One of the buttons basically is the button for open, and the other button is for close. But with the kind of like realizing that this chicken scratch written around it is an instruction, a bit of instructions, and you get the feeling reading it that it's almost genetically coded.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does it look similar to the writing that I found in the other lab?
Indeed, it is identical.
Okay. Then I'm going to press the open button.
Yeah, just Samuel had just pressed that button, and then it was like, well, it didn't work, and then you come over and you press it, and the button
Weird.
lights up with just a slight glow to it, and a spot on the stonework begins to scrape. It's as if it's a door that has not opened in years. It is a little tight, and you hear it as a capsule rises up out of the ground near the ship.
It must have still been booting up. That's why it worked for you and not
Definitely.
me.
100%.
Yeah.
That 100%. Yes. Yes.
Yes, not use
Feeling
it
anything
at
with
all.
this?
Nothing relevant.
What does that mean?
Well,
I think he's feeling nervous.
a bit.
Maybe you should lie down like Samuel did. He said it was quite relaxing, meditative.
Just feel the vibrations.
The vibrations might help lower that nervous
If you
energy.
lie on
a
your
little
front, they
bit.
might feel even better. There's a. I go up and I just kind of dink on the thing that came out of the ground. Just like if it looks like a solid material of like a. You said it's a capsule. I'm kind of
It's
imagining a
like an
metal cylinder.
elevator, essentially.
Well, you gotta kind of bonk it. Oh.
It is a much more like while the top of it is very similar to that stonework to kind of blend in. The rest of the capsule is I won't say shiny metal, but it is metal. And as you kind of walk up to approach and knock on it, the capsule opens, and just a white soft light glows. There is a couple of buttons. This is most definitely an elevator of some kind. The light slightly flickers. It's not the worst, it's not like that real bad fluorescent flicker, but it's definitely, a slight interruption of power of some sort to the illumination element.
Well.
Now, we are gonna go in this. Just
Yo,
in case you get nervous. This is old, so be careful. don't jump in this elevator. Not a jumping elevator. Maybe potentially brace
What is
yourself.
a jumping elevator? What?
You know,
What
you
if-
go in an elevator and like when it's going down, you like jump, and it, you know.
No, I've never done that.
That seems silly. Why would?
That seems like a little like rich kid of Troja planet thing, I guess.
Oh yeah, I didn't really have elevators where I was at. I think we didn't even have elevators on the Eye of the Tyrant.
I mean, I've been on
Have
an
you ever
elevator, but it
Been
was
in
like
an elevator?
Oh, I've been in an elevator.
yeah, every house I stayed in though, or every apartment, and wherever I stayed was walk-ups and whatnot. So
Well, yeah. So I mean, we know what we had stairs. I know what
well,
stairs
I'm not saying you don't know. I'm just saying I wasn't in elevators, so I wasn't around so many elevators that I felt like playing around in them.
Well, you
is
know,
all.
if ever you went to like, the mall and like went with your
The mall?
friends and you went shopping and.
Yeah, I ain't in some big city with no dang mall. All right.
All right, okay, get in.
Let's go get in this elevator and not jump around like a bunch of hooligans.
Yeah, I could agree to that. That's fine. You all step inside, and the doors close. Yeah, there's no music. There is light.
This
What
is
would you like to
normally
do?
where they play like some smooth jazz music. I know, this is. So, there you go, Winless. You got it.
Oh,
Knows the ancient hymns.
yes.
But I guess, is there like multiple down buttons? Like, does it look like it has levels, or is there just a down button and an up button?
There is just a down button and an up button. It seems that there is only a singular level to this.
Poke.
Uh, does not respond.
Still warming up.
Samuel.
You can give it a go.
Yeah.
I booted it up.
Okay, and I press the down button.
Light goes black as you feel your stomach jump up into your throat as the elevator lurches down at an uncomfortably fast speed. The light flickers back on to a red. Scans begin to, from the top of the elevator down to the bottom.
What happened? Scans. Scan.
And a voice that is
Still.
unrecognizable in a language that is unrecognizable, Vesper. Sorry, Samuel. The language is unrecognizable.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No. Well, I'm a speaker. I might have something that gets me a translation magically. I don't.
No,
know,
that's
but
fair. That is fair.
That's
There
so
are.
funny.
I was
there are
looking- I was looking real
possibilities for
quick.
that.
There are skills for that. I don't have it, but there we go.
Absolutely are. You are correct. But Vesper, the words start off gibberishy. It's kind of like in Percy Jackson, the movie, and the book.
Never seen it.
Where
Smack
Well-
that ball out of his hand.
all right then. There's a spot where like he thinks he's dyslexic, but really it's just he has the ability to read ancient stuff. It's kind of like that. As you hear it, you hear the words. Quarantine is in effect. Quarantine is in effect.
This is gibberish.
Quarantine is in effect.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
And I reach into my pack and I assume I've probably got some sort of face mask, and I'm like, oh, I didn't buy it. I don't have enough for you. And I put it up.
Oh no, it's fine. I'm
All right.
sure nothing's gonna
Use-
happen. Nothing
use-
bad can
use-
happen to.
Use your scarves. You'll be fine.
Good. Just throws his scarf around, twists it real tight. Well, after you. And that really terrible feeling when the elevator comes down and
Suddenly
breaks and
stops.
then bounces back up, and your
Yeah.
stomach just
Yeah.
it's just weird. It's the worst. It's like a roller coaster, but not as fun. And you
You guys have a lot of emotions around elevators. It's just
I like elevators. I just don't like that every time I ride them, I feel like I'm gonna like fall over because my legs don't want to work. I don't know why. My equilibrium just not right. But anyway,
All right.
I mean, there's always the potential chance that it just goes.
yeah.
die.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
So-
Really
You know.
not. There's really not.
Someone listening to this is gonna be like, no, I understand. I also have problems with elevators.
Put it in the comments if you agree.
Oh, I'm sure other people will agree with you and feel the same way. I just am. I'm the one person who's like, hey, if you don't feel this way, you're not alone.
Absolutely no. It makes complete sense.
So it's like elevators
So
are pretty
it's
chill
the
for
same
me.
thing as when you go over a hill, you know, and you get the butterflies in your stomach, and you just goes.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep. Exactly. Well, the elevator opens up to what seems to be a entry room, and it is not clean like the laboratory you visited last time, Vesper. In fact, it is in a state of dishevel.
Interesting. Is there anything that like stands out? Does it look like it was potentially like ransacked and then evacuated, or
Yeah.
can I see something where there's like some stasis pods like I saw last time?
Definitely. So as you kind of like come down into this area, you do see what looks to be bones of some sort on the ground. Some furniture has been knocked over. There are old stains on the ground that you are not quite sure where they came from. And then you hear the elevator say, "Quarantine is in effect. Surface travel is disabled."
What'd it say?
Oh, just the quarantine's in effect.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
No need to panic.
cool.
You know, I
What
find
do you think happened to this guy?
Well, not sure. If I approach, does the skeletal structure look the same as what I saw in the stasis pod?
Yes. It's funny because it's almost humanoid. Like it is humanoid. It's human in shape. It is not human when you look closer at it, and there are spots on it that do bear striking resemblance to what you saw before you were, so wonderfully arrested. In fact, there's what seems to be a third eye socket in the crushed skull of the creature.
Can I
Thank you.
do some sort of like medicine archaeological check to figure out how he died?
Absolutely, you can.
Snap, that guy's got a hole in his forehead. You a shot?
It's possible.
Potentially.
Yeah, this is going to be a intellect check. Do you have something specific that you have in mind? It's going to be a difficulty 4, just to throw it out there.
I can give you a something. You can always you get one advantage. You get one asset a day from me, so you could just take that if you wanted it.
Probably be a good one too, just like archaeology checks.
Yeah, and I can just do an anecdote and give you that. Gives you an asset, or you're trained in a task that you choose that's related to the anecdote. But you're probably already trained in archaeology, so I don't think it would help.
Well, I guess maybe instead of using that, could I potentially like use in conjunction with looking at this body my danger sense to see if like the danger could potentially still be around, because that would ease.
I'll allow that. Go ahead.
It's initiative. Maybe that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'll still allow it. I'll allow
Okay.
you to have an asset from that. As you kind of like look over the body of this, or well, the remains. It's not really a body, so to speak. You flip it around. Well, I mean, it crumbles.
It's bones.
It's bones. They're not. The ligaments are no longer ligamenting. And as you kind of like look it over, you make a difficulty.
I succeed.
Roll. Fantastic. All right. So yeah, you rolled a 16, which is, I believe, what you would have needed without the assets and stuff. So very good. Or sorry, no, that would have been a 12. You did great. That's what matters.
We did great.
And you start to like, this is odd, and then you start to notice that there are very clear signs of gnawing on the bones. More specifically, like, there are chunks missing out of the back of the skull that at first you could probably attribute to a blunt weapon of some sort, until you start to realize that the fragments are not there. And since you are an archaeologist, you do kind of like try to account for all of the fragments that should be there that are not.
Is the 9? Does it look similar to this creature's teeth?
It does.
Okay. Cannibalism, guys.
Huh?
If you look here on these bones, and look compared, and I'll just like pick the bone up and like compare it to the teeth. One of these species ate him.
Oh. Well, that's unsettling. I wonder if that has anything to do with the quarantine. You know.
Bees? Maybe? I don't know.
Well, how about we get out of here then?
That does sound like a good idea. Well, no, here's the thing. This place is old. There's no possible way that whoever ate this guy is still around. Right?
That's true. You're right. I'm being silly. Let's go check it out. This place is ancient. There ain't gonna be no disease could have survived down here.
Just be careful. Careful what you touch. You don't know what you're going to set off down here is the thing.
Well, apparently everything I touch doesn't work.
You were just building it up, remember?
Yeah, well, alright.
You just you dislodge some of the dust. It's fine.
Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
You're contributing, Samuel, and I'm very proud of you.
I pick up my gun and alright, let's go explore this place.
Keep that handy just in case, yes.
What? Okay, jeez. Yeah, you're all over the place.
I don't know what's down here.
Okay. I'm gonna get eaten alive by some ancient thing that ate his friend. Oh.
I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Dang it.
I don't know. I don't know what's down here.
All right.
I mean, look, the last place that I found that was similar to this, there was nobody who was alive, so we're probably okay.
Okay.
But
also,
sounds about right. You've been somewhere like this before.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What do you mean, but also? What else happened?
Well, that was the planet that was put under quarantine that I got arrested on.
So much quarantine.
I didn't know, okay?
No, you're fine.
It wasn't quarantine when I got there. It was fine. And I went out. I fought a jaguar, I think. Large cat. It was a little bit strange, a little off-colored. And then I found a lab. So this is somewhat similar. I've seen these creatures before.
Okay.
And more in like a stasis sort of containment.
So not bones last time. Wait, stasis means that. What if Never mind. Let's just continue on. It'll be fine. What's the worst that can
he was
happen?
long dead. No, it's fine. He was long dead. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Onward.
All right.
As you kind of step into this hallway outside of the elevator room, so you kind of, it gives the vibe of a decontamination chamber. And as you step in, it blows air, but nothing comes out. As it like locks both of the doors. Decontamination complete. To Samuel, it just sounds like absolute gibberish. Wow.
Not very good at other languages, especially
That's okay. That's why you learn
ancient dead ones.
Did it do anything? It seemed.
I don't think it did.
Cooled us off a little bit,
That's true.
but also it's very cool in here already because we're underground and
Judging by how we have to be hundreds of feet underground,
Probably.
the speed
Maybe.
at which it felt that we traveled and the length of the trip, like this is deep in the mountain.
that's deep.
Isn't that what's fascinating? Look, normally I'm on my own in these trips. This is kind of fun having people along.
Oh yeah. Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm glad.
no, listen, if you're
But
having
also,
fun,
you know, look, because I usually am on my own. Like any danger I put myself in is danger that I put myself in. So yeah, just be careful, please. Thank you.
of course, yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And it's just keep my brain ready. The door opens up into a room that has what seems to be lab equipment of some sort, respirators and like garments, hazmat type suits. Oh, it looks like you didn't have to bring that after all. Hopefully one of these fits. I am not getting sick, spreading some horrible virus all over the galaxy or something, I don't know. And Windless is just like taking a mask down, fixing it to his face. It doesn't quite fit really well because, of course, like it is not made for a human skull. But he does get it cleared up, and he goes, "Samuel, are you gonna suit up?"
Yeah. I just wanted to see how it was done. I wanted to watch you do it and learn from your mistakes. So, put it all on.
And yeah, you see as he kind of like rolls up his like pant legs a bit, you know, it's like folding things up because he's just too short for it. It fits you a little bit better. You're a little bit taller than Windless, so for you it's less to have to like less extra material to have to deal with. But nonetheless, you are able to get it going. And the state of this side of the facility is worse off than the state of the area that you had left. It looks more like more chaos has happened here, whereas that was the exit that nobody could get out of, Vesper. And you head deeper in. So tell us about that facility, because I'm getting the feeling that this place is much older than us.
Yes. Well, it was untouched. It was clean.
Interesting.
And I entered into a lab. And there was one of these creatures. I don't know if you noticed on the skull, they've got 3 eyes. Suspended in some sort of liquid, and it had like a handprint thing that was like this, and like, I mean, it seemed to have like less fingers. And I tried it, and
Oh,
it drained.
and you dreamed?
No, I drained it. I drained.
Oh, you
I
drained
the
it.
I drained the liquid. Yeah.
Oh, you
Um,
touched the
yeah.
hand printerizer.
Isn't
Okay.
like one of the main tenets of archaeology to like not touch things? Like you touch
Probably.
them, but like,
Yeah,
okay.
but you know, the Empire's not going to preserve these things anyway, are they?
No, that's very true. Especially if it is as old as it seems. Well,
So what happened after you drained it?
I passed out.
Okay. Well then, that's unsettling. How about we don't touch stuff like that again then?
I did find. I mean, I came to. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still alive.
that's true.
I found research notes. On a computer. I spent about 3 days trying to decipher it. But I couldn't. So
Dang.
I removed what I thought was the hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that I could bring it back, because couldn't stay on that planet forever, obviously. I don't have that hard drive anymore. It's back on my ship.
Ah.
You know,
Well, maybe we'll find some clues here.
yeah, your arrest is starting to make a little bit more sense. I mean, if you are seeking things that are openly questioning the Empire's stance on
I mean,
history,
I'm not being super public about it.
I mean that's fair, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, you probably should be
No.
at some point.
Well, I mean, what's the plan if you're not going to publish your research? That's kind of a... It's like, I mean...
Well,
you know.
you need a lot of research to kind of back it up, though, to publish it. It's you can't just, hey, I went on this planet and I found this one singular thing.
Yeah. Well, now we got two, and if they were able to still hold you, they'd have less data points to worry about. But the Empire lost you, and now they're dealing with the fallout of us learning more and more.
I just worry about what
Yeah.
your rebel friends will actually do with this stuff.
They'll probably try and disseminate the information in some way and use it to turn people against the Empire.
Well, you know, some
Propaganda vibes, you know.
Yeah, they're lying to us. I think people deserve to know that they're lying.
Well, I guess we need to find out why they're lying about it. Is it to protect people?
Well, if there's some sort of zombie disease that's running around down here, this is where the ancient zombie lore comes from, then we better be careful.
Zombies. That's doesn't sound pleasant.
Yeah.
But let's keep
If
our
we can
eyes
find,
open.
if we can find something that is an actual, like, more intact body, I may be able to glean some more information.
Yeah. Well, got these suits. Maybe if we drain a tub or something, we won't get passed out again.
I think you guys will be okay.
Okay.
Oh, good. Wow, wonderful opinion. We'll see.
Liz,
No, it's fine. It's fine.
you gotta be positive. Think positive thoughts here.
Listen, I'm here and
Liz
not in
doesn't-
prison. That's a positive thought. All right. Well,
Okay.
as
Okay.
you kind of have this conversation and look around, you do find the door leading what seems to be into the next area, and there is a nice little map, a bit faded, scratched across with a nice little stars. You are here. Oh, maybe this is the shopping mall. And it leads on. The facility seems rather large, but you were able to ascertain that there is a larger central chamber that seems to be where the research is typically done. You find a few spots on the map. It's like crew quarters, recreation area, just, all of the things that you need for a long-term scientific habitation facility.
Well, if you're looking for ancient loot, crew quarters would be the place to go.
Oh, sweet. Let's go check out. See what's in there.
Sure.
Something else. I got an empty spot on my belt. They say as I see my empty cipher slot. I don't know.
Yes, good old
Same.
ciphers.
I don't know. Just
Absolutely.
Oh,
Go
sorry.
see.
Didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to link it there.
No, it's okay. It's the one that you used.
Yeah, it is the one that I used.
Yeah. All right. Well, as you continue on, it is eerily quiet here. The sounds of ventilation are going. It sounds like it is struggling,
crazy.
as if it's not fully engaged. But it is going, and the air is tastes rather real. It tastes rather fresh, right? Definitely better than the air recyclers on the Eye of the Tyrant, or most starships, really. And you find yourself at a wedged open door with what looks like a skeletonized body that is kind of like wedged in the door, trying to get in.
Poor guy tried to loot.
Or he was trying to get to safety and the door slammed on him. Or he was trying to eat someone and they slammed the door on him.
If we look past him, does it look like there are any skeletons within the crew cabin?
Yeah. If you kind of look past, because it's mostly a couple of bones that are wedged in with a pile down on the ground. You definitely see a number of remains.
Yeah.
In there on the ground. You can tell this is the crew's quarters. There are a number of bunks with what looks like lockers all along the wall.
Yeah.
So
Come and help me open this, Samuel.
Alright. Give it a pull.
Yeah. With the two of you, you're able to get it open pretty easily. The mechanism seems to have burnt out long ago, probably due to the foreign body wedged between it. The motors finally gave out eventually, and you were able to slide it open. Inside is a... if it wasn't for the stains all over the ground and, the flickering lights, it seems like it would be a very comfortable crew quarters. The beds look nice for the most part. A few of them do have people in them, or the remains of what were people. And yeah, if you want, you guys can give me a D100 roll, both of you.
Hey, we're gonna loot some dead people.
That's right.
94.
94.
And a 6. We got a total of 100.
Wow.
Look at that.
Look at you
Averaged it out perfectly.
2 natural 20s and technically we
Well,
rolled 100.
All
A
right.
technical 100.
94, Vesper. You find an ancient power source. It is called an uninterruptible power source. So let me copy that into your cipher slot. And I will go ahead and roll a d6 for me for now so we can kind of figure out exactly what that's going to become.
6?
Nice.
This is really,
So-
really nice big brick power
Really
strip.
nice battery.
Yeah.
So 6
This
there.
thing is Energizer Bunny running forever.
Oh yeah, it's full. It is definitely full. For a 6, you find an armor reinforcer, Samuel.
Ooh.
So let me copy and paste that in there for you. Go ahead and roll the level for me.
That's a D6.
Yep.
A 3.
All right. So
Beautiful.
let's see.
Aaron, there's something in front of your camera.
Yeah. Oh. There's a fly that keeps flying around. He landed on the camera.
That's hilarious. That's great. I always worry that's going to happen. So the fact that it actually happened.
I've never worried about that either, but now I'm going to have to.
Well, yeah, now you have to because it's happened. That's absolutely. So let me copy and paste this information. So the armor reinforcer will do first because alphabetical order. That makes perfect sense. Analeptic. Armor reinforcement. Go ahead and roll me. Oh, you already did roll me a D6. So it's a D3.
3.
So, ooh, very good.
I get to reinforce so much armor.
Yeah.
By 3 points. Of some by 3 levels of something.
And it is a +3 to your armor for 24 hours. Wow.
Oh.
That is so good.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put that on.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and add the +3 to the armor.
Found a really cool jacket.
Essentially, yeah.
Nice. That looks really good on you.
Gotta
you.
love the good loot, you know. All right, and then your oh, you already found the power source. Good job.
I did.
Uh,
It's really fucking good.
yeah, it is.
I got the best one.
Especially in this situation.
I know.
Very good. Let me roll one for Winless. Winless doesn't have any.
Aw, Winless gets one.
What do you get? He got a 19. Winless is going to get a good old Deathbringer.
What? Just that good old thing? That old chestnut, you know.
Yep.
The Deathbringer.
That is it. He got something called a Deathbringer.
Incredible.
Absolutely, it is. There we go. Go to Winless and Deathbringer.
I love how Winless has unintentionally permanently joined the campaign.
Yeah, that was never the intention. That's okay. Deathbringer.
He's wonderful.
I think he's adorable.
We love Winless.
Do the thing. Do the thing. There we go. Deathbringer. Ooh, that's fun. That's.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that's 1d6 plus 4. You can power a starship with that thing for a day.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, it's fairly insane what your power source can do.
We found it in the crew quarters. I found this thing. What's that?
All right, very good. And it's small and compact. In fact, it's kind of incredible how small and compact it is for the capacity that you're kind of realizing this thing can do.
This old technology is fantastic. We really should bring it back to the Empire.
That's why they want to hide it.
See, I don't know.
Don't want no one to have access to it.
I just imagine, like, what would they do? I mean, to be fair, the air would be fresher on the Eye of the Tyrant. That would be nice.
That would be
Yeah,
nice.
we should definitely take these life
Granted-
support systems.
I don't want to go back to the Eye of the Tyrant, but I mean,
if in case
It's,
we have to.
no, Winless. Let's drop that right now, okay?
course.
While I'm finding this cipher, can I also look for like some sort of journal?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
go
idea.
ahead
We
and
should find-
roll
We should look
me
for clues.
an intellect check of some sort for perception. And yeah, I think that'll be perfectly acceptable to try and find that. This is going to be a difficulty, also a difficulty 4.
Okay, I'm gonna use an echo for this one.
You've got this. I'll help. I don't know if that does anything, but I'll help. This got a level
yeah.
1. He got some piece of
Let's
junk.
go.
Nice.
Hey-o.
18.
Yeah, you do find a journal.
I flipped to the end just to like I will plan on reading this more just to help you prepare a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I flipped to the end.
Yeah, you opened to the last pages and scrawled over and over and over again, getting more and more unhinged, is the phrase "Gods forgive us, Gods forgive us, Gods forgive us, God." For pages, like 5 pages.
Interesting. What's that say?
This phrase right here says, "Gods forgive us," for about 5 pages.
Oh, that's not dark at all. Wonderful.
That guy sounds like he's got it all together. So I guess they did this to themselves in some way or another. But interestingly enough, we learned that they are polytheistic. So write that down.
I mean that makes
I
sense.
already knew that.
We're polytheistic,
You did?
so I mean,
That is not. Well, that's a rude assumption to make about another culture you don't know anything about, Winless. Come on.
well, but I mean, the gods interacted with our culture for millennia. It's one of those things where it's like well, I guess it depends on how do gods last forever.
I don't know, but I ain't got much to do with that dang gods.
That's fine. I mean, they seem to be pretty hands off now anyway. So,
Yeah.
well,
They've abandoned you with your lack of magic.
yeah.
Remember when I said I passed out? Maybe a little more happened there.
Oh, there's more information.
Really?
Good. Great.
Yep.
Please enlighten
Tell-
us.
I'd appreciate it.
So sorry. This society was wiped out by the gods.
Cool.
They
Cool.
they believed that they themselves could dethrone the gods and become gods themselves.
Well,
Oh, good old hubris.
so weird. Well, I guess we know not to do that again. Also,
I mean, testing any sort of ultimate powers abilities is probably pretty dangerous in general.
you don't need no fancy magic. You just gotta know the right words to say, and people kind of do what you ask. Social manipulation is where it's at.
Yeah. I mean, sure. I think, honestly, what I worry about, though, whether it be the Empire or the, whether it be the Empire or the rebels who get this information, I don't know if they'll try and attempt it again. That's...
I mean, this seems like a really stupid thing to do. If the gods wiped out an entire galactic civilization for trying to kill them, or replace them, or dethrone them, or whatever it was they're planning, it just doesn't scream the most intelligent thing to be like, "Well, try it again."
Have you seen this technology, though?
It is.
Yeah, they got really good air filters and fans.
Yeah. These people weren't
batteries.
stupid.
It's true.
Yeah. I
And-
mean,
What I worry is you give them this information and they learn from the mistakes to attempt it in a different way.
That's
and then they get more powerful. And then we're at the beholding of either the Empire or the Rebels, the Black Star, which I don't even know. I don't know if I trust them either, so... Dang, if Egg were here, we could just blow this whole place up. But no, he blew up his demolitions kit, so we can't. Alright,
I mean, it's not good anyway. I don't agree with destroying ancient civilizations and stuff like... There's things to be learned from here, but responsibly.
There ain't a responsible person in power in the galaxy, it seems.
it never really is.
So how about we take it... Let's do this. Let's take the air filters and stuff, and we start selling those. We take that design, we just start selling it as a new and improved air filter. And we start making money off of that. We corner the market, We've got unending air filters. We make a bunch of money that way. And then...
How are you going to reproduce the air filters? Are you an engineer?
I don't know, but we got smart people around. We got Cosmo. We got them. They fabricate parts and such. They might know someone. We get a few people in on it. Start up this business, make the money, then
and then
discover
the
other
business
things.
gets traced back to us who've escaped from the eye of the Tyrant, and then we get arrested again.
Yeah, but by then we're rich, and then we get the cool, fancy, rich people treatment. That is good.
That's
Okay,
true.
but I'm a cool, fancy, rich person, and I didn't get the special treatment. I got sent to prison anyway.
Well, yeah, but you were like, dang it. Yeah, okay.
It all comes crumbling down. As you have this conversation, you begin to hear coming from the air ducts above you.
The hell's that?
It's probably just the problem with the air ducts.
That was footsteps or something.
Do you have a weapon?
My mind. I can do some of the same things that Seer could do.
Okay, I've got a knife, but here, take this ship that I still have.
Oh, good. Wonderful.
Just in case.
Yep.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Well, we should probably continue on.
Okay. I put the journal in my bag. Are there any other stops that you guys want to make, I guess, on the ancient civilization tour before we go to the research lab?
I mean, it's always. I mean, it is interesting to know what kind of recreation they have. No, please, let's just get to the lab and finish.
Oh yeah, recreation. I'm gonna look for
Alien
someone's
basketball,
porn stash.
Spaceballs. Wait a second, that's copyrighted.
Oh no.
Someone's porn.
Yeah. We go kick open all the footlockers. Where's the perv in this place? Who's got it?
I mean, you'd probably find that in here if you really want to
That's
look.
true. This is probably that place.
Oh, they got 3 nipples.
Interesting. Everything comes in threes with them.
Weird.
Oh no. Oh no.
Awful.
Oh god.
You
Dungeons.
continue on through, and it just seems the closer you get to the lab itself, the more and more destruction and bodies or remnants of bodies that you find. This facility does not seem to have the same purpose that the facility you investigated before did, Vesper. You haven't quite ascertained exactly what it is they were doing here, but it seems sinister. You don't know if it's the low light, the flickering lights, the strange noises coming from the ventilation system, but
What if it's the weird trays covered in tools that are bloody and stained?
yeah. The bloody message on the wall that says "Tell my daughter I love her." You know, like it's just
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Oh no.
What's that say? What's that say, Vespa?
Open, don't inside.
No, don't open dead inside.
Exactly.
No, wait, don't dead open inside. That's
You can
I said it right the first time.
Yeah. You continue on, and eventually find yourself in a string of labs. This does seem to have some familiarity to you as far as the stasis goes. The things floating in these tubes, these test tubes, do not look like the creature, though, or the person. And I mean, they were a person. They're not really a creature, but it doesn't quite look like that. In fact, it seems to be a myriad of different kinds of creatures, all of them in some state of deformity. As you kind of like walk down the line, you see very animalistic, some almost humanoid, but not familiar to you, creatures. And of course, you come to a tank that seems to have shattered, with a sticky residue from the fluid inside all over the ground.
Is there potentially a label on this shattered capsule?
Unfortunately, no. It seems the computer
Damn it.
that worked with this capsule is fried, probably from the liquid that spilled all over it. They're real good at filtration. Apparently, not real good at waterproofing.
Goo proofing. Bummer. It would have said Abby normal on it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Is there a creature? I mean, you said that some look humanoid, but do they all look deformed? Do some of them look potentially intelligent?
Yeah, go ahead and make an intellect check for me. This is also going to be a difficulty 4. As you kind of like peruse around this laboratory, looking at these, very not super well preserved, but preserved enough. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
You unfortunately didn't succeed on that roll, but you kind of look around and it's hard. It's very hard to tell, right? It's any of these creatures, they're devoid of any clothing, right? They don't really have anything that would immediately jump out at you as saying, "Oh, this thing is intelligent." Any of them, because they are all so unfamiliar, could be animals. It's kind of eerie.
Is there a dead body of the three-eyed guys? Like, if I look around, is there one, like, in a really fancy, potentially high lab coat? Like, higher ranking?
Is there someone who would know what was going on in this room?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, no, not in this room. You look around and you don't seem to see anything that is quite usable, unfortunately. Is there anything else you'd like to look for or look at in this room?
I'm going to see a trail of some sort left by whatever was in this dang tank that broke out.
Ooh. Yeah. Absolutely. Go ahead, and this would kind of be like a survival check, but it's still going to be intellect.
All right.
Unless you have a survival. No, you don't.
Something. I ain't got nothing fancy like that. So then I will just do an intellect. DC, what is it? Difficulty?
Difficulty 3. This thing was leaving some residue behind for sure.
Alright. And I shall just do this.
Very good.
And I shall get a 17 and succeed.
It
Huzzah.
leads deeper into the lab, towards what seems to be the large central chamber of the laboratory.
I kind of get to that doorway and just call it to Vesper. Hey, whenever's in there, headed this way. Looks like a big kind of main room or something.
Vesper, as you kind of approach this main area, you kind of get that prickly standing up on the hairs on the end of your neck feeling. Something feel familiar, wrong, right? It's a very confusing mix of emotions.
Is there like a door
There's a
to
door,
this
yes.
chamber?
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my handgun.
That's fair.
Let's go in and be careful.
Alright. Good idea. I'll head on in there, leading the way, and just go on in.
Yeah.
Tell me what I see.
You step inside, and there is a large floating sphere in the middle. You're not sure exactly what holds it up or prevents it from falling, but it's probably some sort of electromagnetic field that is keeping this here. There is a pathway that goes all the way around the sphere, as well as like a pathway going into it. And so from the pathway walking around the sphere, you could reach out and touch this object. There is what seems to be a glass room, like right on the side of this sphere. That seems to be some sort of control room. However, as you all kind of like stand in awe, looking at this massive made object that is incredibly smooth and just fascinating, you hear as you turn to your left and turn to your right, and you see two large deformed hulking masses moving towards you. Vesper, in your head you hear a voice. You need to engage the cleansing protocol.
The what?
What does that mean?
I'm trying to find the words in your language. The facility decontamination.
Is it that glass room?
Indeed.
Vesper, what the hell's going on?
We need to get to that glass room.
Okay, I start running that way.
I'm
running away from these monsters.
Yeah, I need everybody to roll initiative for me, so make sure you click on your token first. This is going to be a difficulty 5.
Difficulty 5 initiative? Are you crazy?
I know!
Jeez.
How am I supposed to get to that?
So crazy, I just might roll it flat.
Is my initiative eased because of my danger sense?
Yep, because you don't even have to pay the cost because you have enough edge, so you will always have your initiative eased.
I rolled a 19 for my initiative.
2 crits so far.
Does that mean I bump it? Do I bump it down, or do I
you'll
just
add an
leave
asset.
it at 5?
You'll leave it at 5 and you'll add an asset to it.
Well, if you hit the initiative button, I think it already trains it for you. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. See what happens with it. Either way.
Still
It's not gonna help.
Vesper's very distracted. Meanwhile, Samuel and Windless immediately jump to action. Windless is, you see as flames wrap around his hand, and he throws them in a direction towards one of these creatures. This creature is a difficulty 5, I believe. Do some silence. There it is. Perfect. Yep, it is a difficulty 5. And so that is going to be there. Difficulty 5. Effort to roll. Let's throw 1 on there. Oh, beautiful. Look at that, Windless.
Another 19.
That is a crit. There is going to be a minor effect. This creature seems to be afraid of the fire as it raises its hulking arm. The deep rumbling bass from its growl echoing across this round chamber. You can feel it deep within the pit of your stomach. All right, so that is going to be some decent damage there. It's because I chose the minor effect. Next up is going to be Samuel.
I'm going to shoot at the other one that Windless didn't attack with my blaster rifle.
All right.
Because these guys are, well, you know what? I think I'm just going to run to the room. I'm not much of a shooter. I'm not much of a fighter. I think I'm going to run to the room.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Yeah, run to that glass room. If I can get in there, I will use like an understanding, one of my abilities to get an asset on my next ability on it. If not, I'll just dash. I'm fine with either.
Yeah. So to get up to the door, you are going to need to do a double action, which is going to be basically a double movement.
Okay. Yeah.
It's essentially dash. but you are able to do this as you kind of like just sprint in that direction. Windlass does not sprint, but more so is very focused on these large hulking things, which is going to bring us to the large hulking things. Speaking of which, Game Master Intrusion. As you get to the door and you look up and you actually see one is scaling downwards along the outside of the sphere.
Jeez. Oh gosh.
You look up at it and you can kind of see this popped out, protruding like third eye, and like a split jaw. It seems to be heavily mutated. As you look up and you see this thing crawling down the side, you can go ahead and take an experience point, give one to another person, as it jumps down and lands on the walkway between you and Windlass, Samuel.
Jesus. Hell, you're ugly.
It is going to be Vesper's turn. Oh, wait, nope. The other one still needs to get its turn. It's going to pick something up, and it is going to throw it at you as it rips a panel off the wall, Vesper.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. It's going to toss it your way. This is going to be a difficulty 4 speed defense roll.
Okay, you go. I am not using my effort like I should be today.
You are going to take...
If you rolled a 2, you were done.
You're going to take 3 speed points to
okay.
Your... Well, speed. 3 speed points to your speed. Speed damage. There we go. That's a better word.
Speed.
Speed.
Take 3 speed to your speed.
Exactly. The other one is going to run in towards... Windlass, though it does have a slight fear of Windlass due to the flames that Windlass shot off. It is going to attack Windlass. This is going to be a difficulty 5 might defense. This is not his good defense at all. Right.
Does he get an asset because he's got the fear going?
He does. Yep.
Hey.
You got like a fur boy, little short king, Windlass.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fails.
Oh no, Windlass.
I know.
Can't
As
help you,
Windlass
brother.
takes 4 points of might damage, and is kind of like knocked into the railing. The creature that is attacking him looks fairly hurt, though. That's going to bring us now to Vesper. Vesper, what would you like to do?
I would just... if I were to use my fleet of foot, could I get into the room avoiding this creature that's going after... that like stood in front of Windlass and Samuel?
You will have to kind of like duck around them to get past them, but you could get all the way there, yes.
Okay. Then I would like to do that. Use my fleet of foot action to move a long distance.
All right, absolutely. Yeah, Oh, yeah, that's right. It's your fleet of foot action too, so like you can go far.
Yeah. Yeah.
As you kind of just, I imagine you just hop over the railing onto the walkway, and then continue running and just kind of do a nice little slide underneath the legs of this large hulking creature until you find yourself between it and Samuel, and find yourself at the door of this containment room or decontamination room, whatever it is. And as you step up to it, it recognizes you. And the door open.
Okay.
See, I didn't boot that
guess-
one up at all.
You helped. It's okay.
You're doing great, Samuel.
You guys might want to get in here. I don't know what this is going to do, and I'm just gonna like hold it open for them while they're getting in.
Absolutely. Yeah, all right. That brings us back to the top of the initiative order then. As Winless looks over to you all, and you see once again as the black void, dark matter, whatever it is that envelops his shoulders, pops out and is going to throw some wings out. And he goes, "Got it." And he jumps and kind of like flies and glides to where you are at. And he's going to step inside. Samuel, I assume you would like to step inside as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. The shadows are gonna envelop me, and I'm gonna glide on the wings of the devil into the room. Just gonna, I don't know, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna scramble over something and get in there like an idiot.
No, absolutely. You're good. Trip, fall, you know.
Oh gosh. Okay, hold on.
Door
jump
closes
over a
on
railing.
your coat.
No, you're good.
No, I can. It's
You get inside.
gonna get torn up. It's probably not gonna last 24 hours. Dang it.
As you all step inside, initiative ends as the door and the most silent space you've ever been in. But worse than that, so much more isolating, uncomfortable. Your ears are pounding. You can feel your blood. If it wasn't for the other people in this room with you, you would probably lose your mind. And you see as these creatures begin to pound on the door and throw things at the entrance to the sphere where you are at.
The hell is this
Cleansing
place?
protocol. We need to find some sort of cleansing protocol. I just start looking around.
All right, I'll start warming things up, and I just press every button.
Oh!
It doesn't work for me. It's fine.
Every time he presses a button, you hear insufficient power.
And that must be it. That must be it. Say, turn it on. It's turning on.
Yeah,
Turning
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Okay.
You're doing it. Good job.
This is odd. This is a strange place, Vesper.
I mean, welcome to ancient civilization.
Oh, good. All right.
Cool.
How do we kill those things? How do we get out of here?
Is there like a control panel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll look for anything that says something along the lines of cleansing protocol, kill switch, something.
Yeah. It's funny because the language between yours and theirs is not a direct one-to-one language, right? Most languages aren't. There's always going to be some sort of like slight variation on what is being said. But as you look at this, you're not quite finding what it is you're looking for, and then you do. You see a button that, in the closest approximation of your language, of the common language of the galaxy, comes down to baptism.
That's weird. Okay.
Find something?
This button says baptism.
Okay. Well, is that like by a fire?
Oh
I
god.
think maybe they were really poetic. Well, that seems weird
Potentially.
to transfer poems over idioms and such.
Like,
Do it. Press it.
before I press it, I'll like hover my finger over it and think, to whatever entity has been speaking to me, is this the right thing?
Yes, this is it. Burn them, cleanse them. They are abominations, and they do not deserve to walk upon any planet in this galaxy. Destroy them.
Oh wait, hold on a minute.
What? Why aren't you doing it?
I just need to double check, and I'm just gonna like focus on the control panel because I assume having somebody talk in your head is not normal anyway, so I don't really want to like tell people that somebody's talking in my head.
That's fair.
And just like while I'm pretending to look, just ask, how can I trust you?
Because I'm stuck in your head, and if you die, I die. And I very much do not feel like doing that again.
We're gonna have to talk about this whole being stuck in my head thing, because this can't last. One more question.
Oh,
Is
good
there
question.
a hellhound in the thing, I guess? Oh, I don't know. What other information can I get from this place? Do you know?
Seems to be a bunch of failed experiments, probably dealing with some of our larger research. The divination project, well, mostly divination project.
Okay, we'll talk about that more later, and I hit the baptism button.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Didn't find any other buttons.
No, that one's it for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
I just wanted to double check, you gotta make sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't want to go around pressing random buttons if you think they're going to work for you. I can do it because I know these don't work for me, so,
Absolutely. Windless looks around and just watches as you see red lights kind of pop out of the walls. And the alarm begins to blare outside. You can't hear it in here, but you can see it through the windows to the walls.
so that I can see it.
And it's you see as there are more of these hulking creatures as they look around, and all of a sudden you see a white light as the windows begin to darken, polarize almost.
Oh, nice. These are what are those, correction lenses?
Polarized lenses. Yeah.
Transition lenses.
Yeah,
That's what it's
lenses. As the
How convenient.
the creature closest to the door begins, with a panicked look upon its face, to slam. Sure. And as it does, you begin to see it de-atomize just bit by bit.
I just give it the finger as it...
And it like puts its face against the glass as if it is pleading for its life, even though there doesn't seem to be a whole mass of intelligence with this creature. There is still a survival instinct to it, and it disintegrates. Bits of it fall off, and it is no longer. And the door does not unlock. The door stays locked as the light goes away, and instead a door opens up, leading deeper into the sphere.
To the sphere.
Interesting.
There's only one way out of here.
You don't know what that windless.
Oh, it's not
We're
windless.
Fine.
It's the voice in your head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, windless. I thought you were talking to me. I guess not.
Are you
What?
okay?
No, he didn't say anything. What did you hear?
You all right? As the door opens up, you see
Gave it all away.
3 spots on a platform. It's like chairs.
I'm kind of just walking around that room, just looking around the chairs. Huh. You want to sit in one of these? This is it.
Maybe.
I'm gonna sit in one of them.
Yeah.
Does it vibrate?
It does not vibrate.
It's a big vibrate.
No
All right.
massaging.
This is not a
It is
massage
comfortable.
chair.
It's a very comfortable chair. I feel like it would be more comfortable if it was designed for someone with your body type.
With 2 eyeballs.
With 2
yeah.
eyeballs and, shorter limbs and all of that fun stuff. But as you sit in the chair, Vesper, in your head, you hear that voice again say, "Go on, take a seat."
You've got a lot of explaining to do, and I sit down.
Don't worry. All will be made clear very shortly.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Hey, Wen, let's take a seat, okay?
Oh, good. Yep. Awesome. That's... Sure, why try to find an exit when we can just sit in some chairs? Fine.
Just
Well, look, we
just
know you
take a
can't see
load
the
off.
future now, but there's 3 chairs and there's 3 of us, so we're gonna do that because it seems magic-y.
All right, fine. Magic-y. Well, all right, fine. And...
Well, you just saw Ding Dong Light make the whole monster disappear. Who knows what's going on anymore? I saw Vesper talk to a dead man 2 days ago. I'm kind of giving up on pretending that there's any sense to this.
That's fair.
You
No,
know?
that's completely fair.
Embrace the weird.
thing.
Embrace the weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So get your ass in a chair.
All right. Sits in the chair, and the lights kind of dim and become more focused on the platform in which you are sitting. And as you sit there, the chairs begin to like sprawl out until you are all in a laying position, and they spin.
The hell? Are we about to get dissected?
Sequence.
What's that saying?
Sequencing?
Sequencing.
Okay.
Complete.
Oh, it's complete now. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
And all of a
Don't
sudden,
either.
the room grows impossibly bright, and you look around, and it all fades black. Destination logged.
What?
Destination logged.
Why is it black? Why did the lights go out?
As you look down at your fingers and see them begin to fade away, just disappearing. And then all of a sudden, you're in an empty space. One that feels as though it is moving at an impossible speed as you look around at each other, floating there. No longer in the chairs. Windless looks over and goes, I don't like this. And all of a sudden you see as he gone.
Oh. I don't know where this is going.
And then all of a sudden,
yep.
Samuel's gone.
Oh.
And it's just you, Vesper, momentarily just floating in this space. Don't worry, child. All be fine. And then
This is not fine.
you find yourself on your hands and knees on a cold metal floor. Looking around, there is liquid on the ground. And you look up and you see that the thing that you just descended out of, some sort of tube, has opened and has spilled its contents on the ground. You are cold, you are naked, you are afraid, and you look around to see not a single familiar thing until you realize to your right you see Windless. Also sick on the ground, shaking and shivering as he vomits. Vesper, what happened?
You okay? I'll figure it out.
And that's
Where's Samuel?
where we are going to
Splat.
end.
Ah.
Thank you all so much for joining us for Season 1 of The Eye of the Tyrant. If you like what we're doing here, please check out oneshotstavern.com, where you can find all of our social media and join our Patreon. we are going to be doing a little bit of reworking for the Eye of the Tyrant. We have some members who could not return, unfortunately, but I do want to continue this story because I think that it can go some pretty cool places. And so if you are interested in that and you have some actual play experience, feel free to hit us up. We would be doing some auditions for that in order to, make sure that schedules line up and that, you know what you're doing. And thank you so much for this journey. It's been a really good time. See you next time.